Hello everyone. So today we will be presenting on the topic, is cultural tradition more important than individual freedom? So what is cultural traditions? Cultural traditions refer to the values, beliefs, and practices passed down through generations that often guide individuals in making life decisions. On the other hand, individual freedom refers to a person's right to make their own choices based on personal interests, passions, and goals. However, conflicts may arise when traditional expectations, especially from family, limit an individual's ability to follow their own path. Therefore, this presentation will explore the tension between cultural traditions and individual freedom, particularly in the context of career choices. So, cultural tradition and individual freedom are two important aspects that influence human behavior and decision making in society. Cultural traditions refers to the beliefs, values, and practices that are passed down through generations, often guiding individuals in making life choices that align with family and societal expectations. In contrast, individual freedom emphasizes the right of a person to make their own decisions based on personal interests, passions, and values. However, conflicts may arise when traditional expectations limit an individual's ability to exercise their freedom, particularly in areas such as career. Therefore, this issue raises an important question of whether cultural traditions should be prioritized other individual freedom, or if individuals should have the rights to shape their own path in life.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I'm gonna talk a bit about problem statement about our whole issue. So the main issue is that a lot of these societies, many societies, cultural tradition play a significant role in shaping individuals' life decision. A clear example is the Malaysian cultural. And these particularly influence career paths through strong family expectations. These traditions mainly are rooted in values such as stability, success, and oftenly the desire to maintain family reputations across generations. Let's say, for example, some families expect their children to, most families, especially in Malaysia, expect their children to pursue prestigious and well-established professions such as medicine or engineering, because now these careers are mostly likely well associated with financial security, social status, and long-term stability. But then these individuals most likely have more different personal interests and talents, such as a passion for creative fields like fashion, which are often perceived as less stable or unconventional. Now, this as a result, individuals may experience emotional pressure to conform to these expectations in order to gain and avoid disappointing these families. Now, it becomes a problem when cultural tradition becomes a conflict and with individual freedom, where most individuals are most likely feel pressure to sacrifice their personal interest and happiness just to conform and fulfill the expectations of the family, which raise the question whether cultural should be prioritized. Here are the objectives of the research. So first is to examine the relationship between cultural tradition and individual freedom, which focuses on understanding how cultural values and personal rights interact and influence an individual's decisions in their daily life. Later on, it's to evaluate the impacts of such conflicts on individuals, how these pressures can affect a person's emotional well-being, motivation, and overall life satisfaction. And also, lastly, it's to determine which should be prioritized, whether it's cultural tradition or individual freedom, which in turns making a judgment based on an analysis. Will be making a judgment based on analysis, considering whether traditions should guide decisions or it's a personal choice must come first.
So, as for the case description or fact, in many families, cultural traditions strongly influence an individual's career path, especially when there is an expectation to continue a family legacy in certain professions, such as medicine or engineering. So these expectations are often passed down through generations and are based on the belief that such career represents success, stability, and honor for the family. So studies and social observations show that family influence remains one of the strongest factors in career decision making, particularly in collectivist societies. Many young individuals report feeling pressure to choose stable and prestigious careers even when their personal interests lie in different fields such as arts, fashion, or designs.
From the analysis, it is clear that cultural traditions plays a strong role in shaping career decisions, especially in collectivist societies where family expectations are highly valued. Research shows that parental involvement is a major factor influencing students' career choices, where parents often guide or even decide the career path of their children based on stability, social status, and long-term security. This indicates that career decisions are not only personal choices but deeply influenced by family and cultural expectations. In addition, studies on cultural influence highlight that youth career decisions are strongly shaped by cultural values, where collectivist cultures tend to emphasize obedience, family approval, and social harmony. As a result, individuals may prioritize family expectations over their own personal interests to maintain respect and avoid conflict within the family structure. This shows how cultural tradition can become a guiding force that limits or directs individual freedom in career choices. However, the research also emphasizes the importance of autonomy in career development. When individuals are allowed to make their own career decisions, they are more likely to experience higher motivation, satisfaction, and long-term success. Studies shows that parental influence can either support or hinder adolescents career development depending on whether it promotes autonomy or restricts it. This suggests that individual freedoms plays a crucial role in helping individuals develop confidence and clarity in their career path. Overall, the findings suggest that neither cultural tradition nor individual freedom should be viewed as superior. Cultural tradition provides structure, guidance, and family support, while individual freedom promotes personal growth and self-determination. The key issue is not choosing one over the other, but finding a balance where family expectation and personal aspiration can coexist. This balance is essential for healthy career decision making and long-term well-being.
So after we do the research, we found out 4 alternative solutions, which is gradual change in cultural perspective that can create a more flexible environment where traditions guide individuals without restricting their choices. Open communication which can encourage open and honest communication between individuals and their families. So for the education and awareness, it's raising awareness about the diverse career path and modern opportunities can help change traditional mindsets. So families may be more accepting if they understand that success is not limited to the conventional professions like doctors or engineers, but can also be achieved in creative industry. For the last one, career guidance or counseling. So seeking advice from career counselor or mentors can help individuals and family make informed decisions.
In conclusion, cultural tradition and individual freedom are both important factors in shaping career decisions. Cultural tradition provides individuals with guidance, stability, and a strong sense of family and social identity, especially in collectivist societies where parental influence plays a significant role. On the other hand, individual freedom allows people to make their own choices, explore their interests, and achieve personal satisfaction and growth in their careers. Based on the discussion, neither cultural traditions or individual freedom can be considered more important on its own. Instead, both play essential role in supporting healthy and meaningful career development. Therefore, the best approach is to maintain a balance between respecting family expectations and allowing personal autonomy so individuals can make informed decisions that benefit both themselves and their family.
So that's all from our group. Thank you.